Well, fallout continues today over President Obama's decision to release 5 high-level Taliban leaders in exchange for Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. The former Guantanamo detainees have been taken to Qatar. They are supposed to be under a form of house arrest for a year, but can reportedly still move around the country rather freely. The questions remain over whether they will be able to return to the battlefield. Huge issues here, and Amy Kellogg is streaming live from Qatar with the latest. So, Amy, is there any word from the Taliban 5 or in terms of what they're doing?
A Taliban source tells Fox News just this morning that the 5 former detainees are still not talking to anyone in the media. According to this source, they too, after more than a decade in captivity on Guantanamo Bay, have mental and physical issues, and the word that we've heard more than once about what they're up to right now is simply resting. Now, there were rumors swirling about in some of the press yesterday that they had moved and settled into a neighborhood called Muayther, which is on the edge of the desert. It's sort of the outer edge of the built-up part of Doha. It's a mix of modest and palatial buildings. You're not really free to roam around these neighborhoods with a camera. We did a bit of a drive-by. But the fact that if they are or aren't there, it's not confirmed. Many assume that they are in a secure compound somewhere for now and that no one really knows exactly where that is. Now, we did speak to the managing editor of an important, respected newspaper here this morning. He says that these guys can go to the malls and the movies, but that ultimately may be a good thing because it will get them out of what some would call the Stone Age and open their minds. And he says he has no fear that they will be doing much more than that.
I am sure they will be under the government radar. They are naturally free to do anything they like to do. They will be under Big Brother eye here.
He also feels quite confident that these 5 will be in some sort of a rehabilitation program with Qatari officials, Martha.
Interesting. So what's the government of Qatar saying?
Well, officials here say that they are bound by an agreement with the United States themselves not to talk about any of this. You have to sort of look at the context here. This is a very conservative society. It follows the same Wahhabi strand of Islam that Saudi Arabia does. Right now it's 110 degrees in Qatar. It's going to get to 120 degrees by midweek. People are sort of hunkered down. There's not a lot of buzz on the street. But this is also a place that's full of all sorts of different people, expatriates. And a lot of people here say they consider Qatar to be the greatest ally of the United States. They view that relationship as incredibly important, and they also say that they feel by doing this exchange, by brokering it, they did the United States a big favor, Martha.
Quite a story. Amy, thank you very much. Amy Kellogg in Qatar.